Okay guys, we are 2 weeks into pre-season now. Damo's here with me. Damo, the intensity so far in pre-season, Tuesdays and Thursdays, has been really high. Is that something you want to set out from the start, going into a big season ahead?
Yeah, I think we were very clear with the boys that we set our stall out early that fitness and kind of hard work and attitude and flat out effort was going to be very important to us this year. Obviously we kind of had a year in Nat 2 last year, so in terms of expectations we should all be pretty familiar with what the standard is and what it takes to be one of those top end teams. And if we're serious about chasing those top end positions, then the graft has to start early doors, which I think we've already had a noticeable change in terms of the tempo of sessions and the higher fitness element than we had last year, which I think we needed to have. So hopefully that reflects the start of the season, and potentially we should be in a better place come there at the end of this 6 weeks.
Again, talking about pre-season, there's quite a lot of fixtures for the boys this year, Titans and Warriors. How important is it to get as many lads to train in and to be ready for the pre-season going into, again, a big season?
Yeah, numbers are always crucial, especially with ourselves fielding two competitive teams. Obviously, we've got the Warriors who are still playing at a very high level, and it's like anything. I think if you've got numbers, you can compete for places, and again, all of our aspirations across the board are to be a top end team, and to do that, we need to have competition for places, guys driving guys. I think the biggest worry from my end would be if we had people getting complacent and comfortable, and numbers and competition for places obviously means that's a bit harder for guys to feel to some degree like that their place is solidified. So for me, it should be a good hard environment that we're in, an enjoyable environment, but there should be that element of jeopardy where guys know full well if they don't train hard, they don't turn up, then there's 2, 3, 4 boys ready to take their place. And at the moment, those are the kind of numbers that we've got. Long may it continue.
And lastly, brought a player like Taunton Titans to the squad. He's joined us very early on in the pre-season. He's very vocal in huddles during training sessions. How important is it to bring a player like him in to lead from the front and lead by example?
Oh, it's huge. Obviously we're a team that has a lot of young guys in it, and just bringing some experience in, especially in that pivotal 10 position, can make a huge difference. We've already got a few guys who have potentially played at a higher level before. Guys like Drew in the centre, for example. And I think the more of those guys we get to kind of marshal those younger guys and kind of direct their enthusiasm, the better it gets for us. So Putty's a proven National 1 player. Extremely good kicker of the ball. He'll do some really good stuff for us in terms of our game management, and obviously just as a very basic level, guys who have played a champ or at National 1 before, they're kind of the template for some of our boys to kind of see what it looks like. Especially when we're talking about all the fitness we're doing, the guys like that should be leading from the front, which they are doing, and it gives almost a bit of a target for other guys to aspire to.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
No problem.